Hello, storyteller, storytelling Ron. Wow, look at this. Okay, so, I don't want to do controversial stuff, but it looks like we just have to. We're being kind of forced to, right? We're being sorted. We're being sorted. So here's this article. Make sure you can see it. Survey: nearly 30% of Zoomer adults now identify as LGBTQ. So they're on the march, right? They're in the schools. They're in the they're in the public schools. They're in the halls of governance. This LGBT agenda. It does not allow Christianity. Separation of church and state to them specifically means separation of the state and Christianity, which is what they're doing. It's not about, they certainly love Islam, and they love Islamic city councils, and it's getting bigger and bigger. They love LGBTQ religion, and that's in the governance, but they just don't want church, Christians, and we're falling for it. So we need to stop falling for that. We need to be more radical, is what I'm saying, more fanatical, and we need to rebuke, and we need to stand up, because the statistics are going their way. The pagans are successfully taking over the world, which we know is going to happen, but we still need to stand up as Christians and go against this. Nearly 40% of U.S. Gen Zs, 30% of young Christians identify as LGBTQ. So my game, For Lord RPG, does not allow that. Not LGBTQ friendly. Can you say that about your game? My game is not LGBTQ friendly because it will declare, as Christian missionaries, that 2 kings is a sin. 2 queens is a sin. Is unacceptable by Christ. So if they can say Christianity is hate speech or white supremacy or white colonizer or whatever, then we can say LGBT is bad as well, is a sin, right? We have freedom of religion, freedom of speech in the forum, in the public forum. And if you want to access the public with your information and whatever you're doing, so can we as Christians. And we need to speak up about that, Christians. There shows that sexuality is way more fluid than anyone ever thought. Good for them. So no, sexuality is not fluid. It's exploitive, it's lustful, it's selfish, it's adultery, and that's a sin. That's one of the commandments. It doesn't honor the mother and the father. It wants to get rid of the mother and the father. It wants to just oppress women, really, erase women. So let me and then of course, they're pushing it again. That's like a celebration of sexualizing the children. I posted here, Rome and Greece and ancient China were like this. So are we being modern, or I think what we're doing is we're devolving back into Rome, gladiator arenas where they celebrated the butchering of people for their entertainment. Butchering, and I read where they would cut open the lions or bears to see, for the fun of it, to see the human parts and how they were eaten. Okay, so that's the level of paganism, of atheism, of agnosticism. All agnostics, all of it is the same religion. And I know atheists like to say they're better than that. It's funny that they say, all religions say they're the best. I'm above that. Yes, I'm above that. Oh, the irony. There's that meme. Oh, the irony. I'm rubbing an iron on my face. Oh, the irony of that. Atheists. Oh, all you guys think that, you're the best one. I'm above that. I'm better than that. That stupidity of thinking you're the best. It's just so ridiculous how they don't even see their own reprobate mind. Well, actually, it says in the Bible they wouldn't see it. Okay, so I guess I gotta. And this is the same article. Just, hey, look, more LGBTQ. All of a sudden, I wonder why. Public schools are pushing it. Hollywood is pushing it. Disney is pushing it. Dungeons and Dragons is pushing it. All the role-playing games are pushing it. Pride Month is now, they have their flag. They put it everywhere. This flag is everywhere. Look at this. They send the kids out to the Pride parades. They look at the pageantry. Like I said, pagans need makeup. They need colors. They need to sell you on sexualizing it, on beautifying it with fake stuff, with glamour and glitz, pageantry. Pagans need that. We Christians don't need that. We just need the word in it. That's all we need. but they need to show off, and they need colors, and they definitely need a flag to plant, and they want that flag on government buildings. A flag means conquering an area, occupying an area. They talk about how we the white colonizer, the Christians occupy. Why do you have a flag? Why do what the point of a flag is to occupy an area. They are occupying the Democrat Party. Always, well, that's typical. They're occupying everything, the games that we do, the movies, the shows that we've created, that the Christian culture has created. They're occupying it with their flag, and they're taking it over, and we're letting them, because we're not rebuking them, and we're not returning to the church. We're not going to church. And we wonder why this is happening. Well, they go to their churches. Their church is government. Their church is public schools. Their church is government. Their church is government. And that's where they hang out. And that's what they want. Marxism. They want the government to control you, and they use the government to control you, and they swarm to the government. So why do you think, don't be surprised when you're oppressed, when I'm oppressed. Let's not be surprised. You and I want family. We want husbands and fathers and mothers, husbands and wives, families, church, raising our kids and doing it all over again and having fun at it and enjoying life. They don't want that. They want power. We want servitude with each other. The husbands want to serve their families, the kids, and having fun. The wives serving the husband, doing all this stuff. The men in control serve, but leadership to us is service. That's the definition of leadership to a Christian. To a pagan, leadership's definition is control, power, tyranny, government, Marxism over you and me, over everyone. And the first victims of their Marxism is themselves. So let me go to this image real quick. I'm just trying to get across to you that we have to be more radical as Christians. And I'm in RPG ministry. So for you Christian men playing RPG games, you have to be Christian. Now I'm going to go through my comments at some point, all the viral videos that are in all the comments, and thank you all, pro and con. It's about 50-50, it looks like, from the likes and dislikes. That's cool. That means I'm saying something. And I'm not just parroting. Okay. So you all, Christian men, you need to, okay, what I'm going to say is, and I'm going to say it in the comments at some point, but they keep saying like, oh, it's fine. Nothing's wrong. There's nothing wrong. These aren't the droids you're looking for. They're trying to say that it's no big deal. What's the big deal? Even you Christian men and the pagans are saying the exact same thing to me. The ones that are the downvotes or whatever, in the comments, and even Christian men, it's no big deal. We just play in a game. It's just fantasy. Am I doing a look? Yeah. It's an agenda everywhere. And you know it is. In Disney, you're saying you see the agenda in Disney, but you don't see it in the RPGs and Dungeons & Dragons and all that? You don't see it? You cannot be a Christian in the game. No way. Oh, yeah. All kinds of people, diverse people play the game. Yeah, but you have to play as a pagan. You have to play as a pagan. If you play as a Christian in the game, you're not allowed. Hey, those two kings are sinning. That's wrong. We need to confront that and tell the people that this is wrong. This is a sin. That's playing a Christian. Stop what you're doing. And it's not that I want to go after LGBT, but that's what's going after me, going after us, and forcing us to comply to them. They're forcing us. They're making laws. The Democrats on California are making law after law to take away the children of Christian fathers and mothers. And we need to speak up in whatever place we're at all the time and get attacked. And we're going to get attacked because they're going to attack us. So, yeah, I'm getting attacked all the time now. Or I always. There's a time there where I was like innocently doing this and looking and I'm going to share right now. Then looking for groups to play the game, and I was just mocked and scoffed. I was attacked. I did a Facebook ad like, I'm going to look for Christians, homeschoolers, and do an ad for my Kickstarter for the Lord RPG. I just got hundreds of. I remember one guy saying, "You shouldn't do this. This is ridiculous. This is a waste of role playing game." I'm like, what? What's the point of it? Why are you saying this? It's a waste. Why are you wasting your time commenting, telling me I shouldn't even be doing this? I mean, look at all all the fantasy OSR clones of D&D that are coming out. You know, all those different games, Shadow Dark and Demon Lord and all these other how come he doesn't say they shouldn't be doing it? You know, because they're all just the same fantasy, the same crap. They're just, you know, doing their own little simplified version of it. Why doesn't he say that to them? No, he's not going to say it to me. Only because I'm a Christian doing a missionary evangelist game, which is completely unique. And I got a bunch of them mocking and scoffing. And let me show you this. Did I get this right? How come that's not right? There. Okay. So this is on Reddit, right? Looking for a LFG thing where you're looking for a game. And, you know, if I post in here, I will get right now I'll get 0 to some weird comments. And I've done it before. I'll even get like a queer person like, oh, this sounds interesting. I want you. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not LGBT friendly. I don't know. I think if I put that on here, I would be deleted, right? Not be allowed. So there's here, look, I don't know, it's closed, but LGBTQT friendly, which means no Christians, or you're not allowed to be a Christian. I mean, they're all not allowed to be Christian, but these ones are overtly saying it. They're planting their flag. They're occupying this land. There's another LGBT friendly here, but like every fourth or fifth one, where the frick are they? I just saw a bunch. Or am I just overlooking them? LGBT. My dog's barking. So LGBTQ 18 plus. Where's another one here? LGBT friendly. It's close, but yeah, it's like a fool, I guess. I don't know. Where's another one? LGBT plus. There we are. I don't know, dark fantasy, whatever that means. LGBT friendly. So everything here's got LGBT. You know, not every one of them, but every fifth or sixth one has LGBT friendly. You know, can I have a Christian friendly one where you play a Christian in these games? Can I have you know, and in my For the Lord RPG, can I do that without you mocking and scoffing me? How many people are attacking Shadow Dark for existing? How many people are attacking D&D 5e or not 5e, but whatever, any others? There's some dark, sinister games out there like Morkborg. How many people are attacking Morkborg for it's like, you know, satanic motifs and violence and doom and gloom and all that? And how many people are attacking that? I mean, like nobody, right? But everyone's attacking me because I'm doing a Christian RPG where you play a missionary and evangelist, and you declare things are bad, what's evil and what's good in it, right? So, yeah, of course, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I am a Christian, and I am for the Lord, and I enjoy it. I don't enjoy the attacks. I don't enjoy attacking you, but I enjoy the truth. And the truth right now is that 30 to 40% of our youth are not LGBTQ. They're being brainwashed. They're not. Granted, we all have our sins. We are all born sinners, and we all have them. But that doesn't mean 30 to 40% are LGBT. Yet that's what our public schools are brainwashing them to believe, and the media is brainwashing us to believe. When 5 years ago, this was not the case. 5 years ago, when my daughter was in school, in the public schools, 7 years ago. She had 2 years left. She had in high school because of team sports. She had to return to freaking public school to do her basketball. But there was you know what, less than 5% or less than, you know, and even then it was pushing it that were gay. Less than that were LGBTQ, but they were pushing it then as well. But now they're pushing it way more. And why? It's an agenda. It's an activism, and we as Christians have every right to push back or do our own agenda, our own activism, and get into halls of governance. So return to the church, make your RPGs Christian, play in them as Christians who evangelize and rebuke and get them to stop worshiping these demons that are portraying themselves as gods. Do it. Go for it. We have to. What are you doing? There's no sideline here, and there's no fence sitting. I'm sorry to say. I wish there was. The whole diversity thing is a lie. The whole whites is a lie. They're after Christians. They're after us Christians. And Israel is in their way as well. October 7th, Jews, for crying out loud, wake up. Wake up. And I'm glad many of you are, but I'm sad that it took October 7th. You should have woken up 20 years ago. what the Democrats are doing, what the liberals are doing, what the progressives are doing. And Israel is very progressive. I should be making a separate video on this, but I hope you Jews, the chosen people of God, the tribes of God, I hope you stop doing that and wake up and start fighting the fight with us. Join in on the pro-life, join in the anti-LGBT, fight the LGBTQBs, be vociferous, like Libs of TikTok is awesome. She's great. I definitely am sure she's one of the chosen to be saved by God in Israel. So we need to push back because it's getting that bad out there, for our children. So, and if you're an RPG person, a Christian man who loves RPGs, who's been playing for 20, 30, 40 years, like I have, GMing, playing in a campaign, you need to reevaluate and start doing a Christian character, like hardcore or GM. So that's my little rant this morning to, I don't know, go viral or not go viral. I don't care. They're posting how happy they are about how gay everything is becoming. So I get to say how I disagree with that, and I'm doing that. And that's what my little YouTube channel is about. I have that freedom in a public forum at like YouTube. YouTube is a public forum. Yeah, I know it's a private company, but it's a public forum. So we should have freedom of speech in every public forum, allowed to speak. I'm not forcing this on anybody. I'm not yelling. I've got my own little place where people can come and check out my freedom of speech. Thank you very much. As a Christian in a free world still. And we Christians believe in freedom of speech. We certainly believe that you can have your sin. We don't believe in gulags or in forcing you to submit to our religion. Absolutely not. That is not a Christian thing at all. We do not believe in re-education camps. We do not believe in forcing you to submit to us. We do not believe that you are in a caste system where you are one of the untouchables and undesirables and a slave. And institutionally, religiously, we don't believe in that. We don't believe in you treating you like chattel. We believe in we do believe that the church and the Caesar and the government are good to have them be separated. Thusly, the people of the church and of Christians work in their church, and then the overall society works with the king or governance or rulers. But they should be fair and have your day in court and be legal and have morals. So a standard of morality. Anyway, I'm going off. I'm just making a video here about my thoughts on all the stuff that's happening in the world, and it keeps happening. It keeps happening. But I got a lot of work to do. I got to start some Kickstarters, whatever else I'm going to be working on, but I got to get some going. Even though the last one failed, I'm going to do it again and be a little smaller and just keep going. Cause that's what I love doing. And I'm get all my people attacking me. Go play your Shadow Dark or whatever. Leave me alone. If you're LGBTQT, I guess you can go play 5e or Shadow Dark or whatever it is those games are out there. Go have fun doing those. I want Christian men, though. I'm looking for Christian men and women who are of the Lord to come join me in playing For the Lord RPG or whatever Christian game you want to do or whatever RPG you want to do, and put some of these tools in there that I have to make it so that Christians are actually in there doing Christian things, evangelizing, rebuking sin, planting churches. Those are the main things of the New Testament. So those are the things that you and I as Christians should be doing and role-playing them. And if it's just fantasy, then especially for you pagans, if it's just fantasy, then no big deal. Let's just do it. Hey, the LGBT, that's a sin. You're sinning. Just fantasy. What's a big deal? That's a sin. You're sinning as LGBT. You're going to go to hell. I don't like saying go to hell, but it's a sin. There is a hell. But it's just fantasy, so it's no big deal. Okay? So I'll play a Christian in this game. No big deal. It's just fantasy. Right? Christianity is just fantasy. So no big deal. What's the argument here? We Christians are going to play Christians in these games because it's fantasy and Christianity is fantasy. So we're going to do it and start rebuking all the sins that we see and trying to convert the NPCs or die trying. And then we'll make a new character because we're still part of the group because, it's all diverse, and do the same thing and over and over. And you guys can be 12th level. I'll be 1st level, and I'll be a Christian telling everyone what the sins are. and die. I guess I'll die again. Because it's just fantasy. All right. Yeah, I'm going crazy. In the game of life, remember, when you start rolling holy dice. Roll holy dice.